Thank you, Namit. I'm sure many of you might not recall last week's shloka. So let's have a short revision. So, huh. So last week we learned about the shloka yadā yadā hi dharmasya. So I'll briefly read the meaning. Before that, would anyone wait, Rohan, would you like to chant the shloka once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham.
Can you read the meaning?
Whenever there is a decline in righteousness and an increase in unrighteousness, O Arjuna, at that time I manifest myself on earth.
Thank you, Rohan. So last week we learned about the shloka, and related to the shloka, we learned one. I narrated one story. So this story essentially brought out. Essentially the moral of the story was that as you sow, so you shall reap. So in this story, there were three ministers, and the king had given them some task. And one minister did really well, one minister did it okayish, and one minister didn't even put in the effort. So and they three got back exactly how they had worked for it. That's how the fruits of their action were. So the one who had done the job really well, he was happy and he could survive in the prison that the king had put them in. But the one who didn't do that much of work, the one who did okayish work, he suffered a little. He got a few diseases, and the one who didn't do any work at all, he couldn't even live in the prison. So this is what this shloka, the story that related to the shloka, that's what it taught us. So as your actions are, that's how you shall get the fruits. And next, we did one activity related to this shloka. We listed down qualities that help me, or qualities that help me grow or help or make me a better person. And below that, we did qualities that we want to change, or we want that push us down as a person. So this is essentially what was done related to this shloka last week. So, how is this exactly related to the shloka? So, in this shloka, Krishna says, where there's a decline in righteousness and an increase in unrighteousness, O Arjuna, that time I manifest on earth. So, we can see that he manifests in different forms. So, in the story, we can say that he manifested in the form of that punishment that happened to each of the ministers. And in the second example, Krishna manifests as the qualities that help you, or the qualities that make you a better person. So this is how Krishna is showing that when he says at that time I manifest on earth, he's not literally talking about coming as a physical form, but he's talking about how he's manifested within us. So but that doesn't mean that Krishna or Rama or his many other forms aren't there to help. That is also there. But how we can apply it on a day-to-day situation is, we can see that the righteousness in us comes from the Krishna within us. Any questions or anything anyone like me to repeat related to the shloka?
Yeah, I have a doubt.
Yeah, please, Panaga.
I cannot exactly understand what you mean by manifest.
Okay, manifest. Basically, manifest means something that is a form of. I'm not sure how to explain manifest.
Can I give an example?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite food, Panaga?
Chat?
Sorry?
Chat.
Chat. Which chat? Panipuri, churumuri.
Yeah.
Which one?
Pani puri.
Panipuri. Okay, all right. So now, for example, let's say you say, "Oh, I wish I could eat panipuri." And what do? You go to a chat fellow, right? So what does he do? He takes all the ingredients. He takes the puri. He takes the water. He takes the mix, and then he puts all of it, and then he puts it in a plate, and then gives you, no?
Yeah.
So your thought that your feeling that I want to eat pani puri then led you to all that action and that manifested, meaning it came into your presence. Oh, now I have pani puri. Now what do? So manifestation means that comes into presence, that comes into truth. So you ask your appa, I want a book. Appa goes and buys the book, and it now in a way you can say, oh, it manifested in front of me. It came into my presence.
Okay.
Does that clarify?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Vijayji. Anyone else has any other questions related to the shloka? All right. So I'm sure many of you weren't able to share last. Vartika, you have a question?
I didn't understand the meaning of the shloka.
Okay, so exactly what part did you not understand? Or in the whole entire thing you didn't understand? Okay, so basically, Krishna is saying that when there's a decline in righteousness and an increase in unrighteousness, at that time I manifest on earth. So what does it mean when he manifests on earth? So we can see as an example, I told that story. Was the story clear? Was the moral of the story clear? Okay, so in that story, we can see that he took the form of the punishment that the king gave. So each of the minister hadn't done their work properly. So in that time, Krishna came in the form of something, and he taught them a lesson, and he taught them what to do. Similarly, were you clear with the activity we did at the end? So we listed down some qualities that help us or some qualities that don't help us. So in this, we can see that Krishna is taking the form of qualities that help me. So something that helps me or pushes me to do better. That's how we're saying that Krishna is within us. So when he says manifest, he doesn't literally mean taking a physical form of a person. He's manifesting within you. So you can see that, let's say, being kind to a person or being my parents, that's the Krishna within you that's pushing you to or helping you to do these things, do these good qualities. Is that clear?
May I add few more points?
Yeah, please.
So also, Vartika, so at an individual level, like how Aditya said, the better qualities in me, I can say they are nothing but Krishna is manifesting as better quality in me. Now take the example of our, let's say, earth. If let's say we keep cutting the trees, what will happen? If we keep cutting the trees, there'll be a lot of flood, there'll be a lot of heat, is it not? And what happens with that? Then, many people will die. So in a way to balance, see, in life, everything has to remain in balance. Whenever something goes out of balance, there is going to be another force that comes to balance it. So like that, Krishna manifests to keep the whole of the creation in balance. He can manifest through you. He can manifest through this entire creation in different ways, but fundamentally to keep everything in balance. If let's say there is so many people who are hurting others, then Krishna will manifest as the police to go and catch all of them and to make sure that such cases come down, right? So like that, Krishna is talking about how in existence everything is always in a balance.
Okay.
Is this bringing clarity?
Okay.
You have any other questions, Vartika?
No.
Okay. Anybody has any questions related to the shloka? All right. Then can we start sharing? Vartika, would you like to start off?
Yes, sure. She wants to start. But she's not sure of what to start with.
Okay, it's fine. We can we'll have
Understanding. So asking the understandings.
yeah.
Of the shloka. Yeah, of the shloka. Like Krishna says that we have to maintain a balance. Like
Mhm. Do you want to take a minute? It's all right. I can go with some minutes.
yeah.
Okay. Pannaga?
Yeah, from this, I understood that in this whole world, whatever the problem might be, and yeah, Krishna will be there to help us with.
Yeah, right. And how can you relate the story or the activity to the shloka?
Like this in the story we learned, like the three ministers did not do their work. So like for the king to to help the king, Krishna gave the idea, saying that let them in a prison, which will show you what actually they did and what actually they did not do.
Yeah. Is that it? Anything about the shloka? Sorry, the activity we did?
No.
Okay, can you share a little about how you see this shloka an individualistic level, and then how Vijayji talked about we can relate this shloka on to an individual and then society and then the whole universe.
Okay, so for me, like yeah, it is a true thing. The shloka is my life. Like most of the time, all of us will get the a solution for our problem. So yeah, I think so. It is because of the Krishna who manifests. And to the society, police or some government is a Krishna Krishna in them who manifests. A whole universe, yeah, to run the universe. This is truly required.
Can we say on the whole universe, it's nature that's working like this? Because let's say if you don't, I don't think you recall, but last class I talked about the example of deforestation. So when
Yeah,
you cut down trees, like it has many recurring effects like tsunamis and over too much rainfall or too much pollution, right?
yeah,
Right. Is that clear?
yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Panaka, to share?
Nothing.
Thank you. Vartika or Snigdha, are you clear? Would you like to share now?
Yeah, so I'll share, then Martika will share.
Okay.
So I want to come. Okay, so I want to first tell about the story. So, and I also want to learn like about the minister's qualities and what they need to modify. So basically, the first minister, he was very like the qualities in him was loyal, friendly, kind, caring, responsible. So these are the qualities which help him, and there were no qualities he actually needed to modify because he was already so selfless. And yeah, and the second minister, like, okay, he was at least caring, but he was a little bit selfish, and like that was the qualities he needed to modify. So he was selfish and he was greedy, so that's why those are the things he needed to modify. And the third minister, he needed to modify a lot of things, was like being kind, being responsible, being loyal. So there are many things he needed to modify because like he was not a very good minister. And yeah, that's what I understood.
How is it related to the shloka?
So with the story and the activity we did, um, um, like, we should always. I think if we are like comparing it with the shloka, then I think the shloka is trying to say that we should always have good qualities within us, and like we should never have bad qualities, and that's why you taught us that story, and and you made us do the activity.
One thing. So it's not necessarily saying that we should always have good qualities, but it's saying that there's always a balance between good and bad. And the
Yeah,
balance
so
is brought out by Krishna in various forms. So
so
we can
basically
see, yeah, go on.
it's not like you have to be perfect or good or anything. Okay, you're a little bit imperfect, but that's
Yeah.
fine because that's what a normal person would be. So like you should always have, it should be equal basically,
Yeah.
like, so it'll be
So
normal.
So one thing to add, you can look at it, you can look at it as a balance. So as a weighing balance. So we can say the first one had a lot of, let's say this is a righteousness and this is unrighteousness. So we can say the righteousness weighed down more than the unrighteousness. But the second
So
one was little more like this, like the righteousness was lesser and the unrighteousness was more. And the third one was completely imbalanced, right? And
yeah.
so Krishna put it more to balance. So he put all these three scales in equal to a balance.
So basically, this also compares to the minister. So like the first minister was like very perfect and good and kind. So and then the other minister was mid, and the other minister was like very rude and like very selfish and all.
Right. Yeah. And what about the activity? So, as we were telling, like, how can we look at it as me, and then the society, and then the whole world?
Um, can you repeat the question again?
So we did the activity, right? So that
Yeah.
activity was done. So we can see that there's unrighteousness and righteousness within me. And then we brought out that we can see this on a scale of this society. And then we finally saw that we can see this on a scale of the whole world. So
So
how is that related to this shloka?
so should I say like about the good qualities of my society or like that?
No, how is Krishna manifesting in me or in the society or in the world?
I don't know, but the only thing I know is that there is Krishna in me because uh can I just tell you what like happened one day?
All right, sure. Make sure it's
Yes.
really quick because we have many
Yeah,
other.
yeah. So one day there's this delivery man. So one of my friend and me, we both were just cycling and we saw one like delivery man. He was what do you say? Like he was carrying some fruits in a bag, and then fruits and vegetables, groceries in a bag, and then like everything fell down, and then like he started gathering up everything. Me and my friend saw that and we just stopped our bikes and like I mean our cycles, and then we helped him like to place the order to the house, and we asked him where do we have to deliver it, and then he was like I have to deliver it to this place, and then we went with him, and like it took so much time to find the right house because he wasn't telling the flat number correctly, so we didn't know what to do. And then we finally came to the house where we had to actually deliver it to, and then he finally delivered it to the house, and then he thanked us and he told that he was very grateful for us helping him.
Yeah, right. That's really nice. So you're saying the Krishna within you was more.
Yeah, the Krishna was there within me also and my friend also, both.
Okay. Thank you, Snigdha. Anything more to share?
No. She can share now.
Yeah, Vartika.
She can share. Related to this story which you have told, is that the first minister was perfect, which a person should have. He had that qualities, but the second person was should like be little bit more like improved, but third person should be very much be very improved because he was too rude to everybody.
Right. That's it. All right. Thank you, Vartika. Let's Megha, would you like to share? All right. Then, okay. Shreyas, would you like to share?
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So, can you open the this activity one, the slide, the activity
Yeah.
slide ones? Yeah. So I understood that when somebody is doing wrong, if some, as Vijay ji said, if some people are hurting others, for some group of people are hurting the environment and just like harming the people unnecessarily. So like the Krishna comes in the form of the police, but it's not exactly Lord Krishna. It's the Krishna inside the police. So the police captures the people and they send them to jail and give them a punishment. So I understood when like Lord Krishna is in everybody, as even me and you, everybody. and when something wrong happens, if if on something correct people are blaming, if some people are saving the environment by a different type, but people saying it is wrong, then Krishna comes in a form of like a person who backs them off, like that. That's what I understood.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else to share?
No.
Thank you. Thank you. Vidisha, would you like to share?
Yeah, so in the activity, I'll start the activity. So in the activity, it's written or it's told that the qualities that help us. So we should always be kind to people. We should obey our parents. We should be aware of our surroundings. We should complete the work given on the day. We should think before we speak, love learning new things. We should love learning new things, and we should be creative. So these are the things that will make you a good and helpful person. And also, suppose you have gone to a new place, so these quality will help you become a very good friend. And the things that you are supposed to modify is anger. You're not supposed to shout at others or make them feel bad. And whatever others say, you're not supposed to always react on. Suppose if they're saying something, it's not necessary that you're always supposed to show any reaction. It's not like compulsory to do that.
Right. And how is this related to the shloka?
So yeah, this is related to the shloka. So if you implement these qualities of obeying parents, being kind to everybody and all, so it will be better for you only to live your life. And a Krishna, there will be a Krishna at wherever you go. You will find at least one person who will lead you a path. So he or she is your Krishna, who will always help you do your things proper, like our parents or our relatives. They will show us the right path where to go, and also that's a type of Krishna for us.
Right. So you're saying when we implement these qualities, Krishna manifests around us.
Yes.
Right. Right. Anything else to share, Vidisha?
No.
Thank you. Really well said. Snigdha, before I come back to you, I'll finish with everyone. Okay. Tejas, would you like to share?
Well, I don't really have much to say. I don't have much to say about the story, but here Krishna is trying to say that whenever people forget about what is good and what is bad, whenever people don't follow the right thing, Krishna decides to come in the form of an avatar and help everyone go back to righteousness. So I'm just saying, but people speculate that that Vishnu will come in some other form, some other avatar to in the later stages of Kali Yuga. He's going to come and help us follow the right path of righteousness. So in Dwapara Yuga, Krishna helped the people who didn't really care. He helped them to understand what righteousness really is. That's what I understood.
Right. So one thing I have to add to this. So he doesn't have to necessarily take another form of an avatar, right? That was.
Yeah, he can take any form.
Yeah, he can be even me or you or anybody, some plant or some animal or some. It can be even an object around you. Doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily be an avatar, right?
Yeah.
Anything else to share, Tejas?
No, nothing much actually.
Right. Thank you, Tejas. Spurti, would you like to share? Spurti, are you here? Or okay. Rohan, would you like to share?
Yeah, I understood that whenever we are in trouble or whenever we are being unrighteous, then Krishna will come to help us, and he can take
the form of any object, or he can take avatar also.
Right.
And even we should also have confidence to build the right thoughts.
Right. Yeah. That's it. Thank you, Rohan. Thank you. Namit, would you like to share something?
Yeah, so this about this shloka, many of you, even I have heard about this shloka even before I learned about Bhagavad Gita, this yadā dharmasya. So what I understood from this shloka is that whenever there is a downfall in righteousness, or there's adharma which is prevailing a lot, then when there is no righteousness, Krishna himself will come in the form of a human to this world. So, for example, the Dashavatara. At that time, so many demons were there. Anything with the when Rama was there, or with the time when Krishna was there, there were all so many demons. For example, when Rama was there, Ravana was there, Kumbhakarna was there, and when Krishna was there, innumerable. All of them wanted to kill Krishna. So, it's not only about demons, because in the present world, you may not feel it's so practical, the demon thing. So anything, it may be some downfall, if people are polluting the environment, there'll definitely be, and there have been so many people. Krishna has come in the form of those people, and has done so many good things to this world. So this shloka basically means that if definitely if there is something wrong happening in the world, there are so many wrong things or wrong practices, but there will definitely be an end to those wrong things, because Krishna will come in, will manifest in this world, and he'll bring back righteousness.
Right. Yeah. True. Anything else to share, Namit?
No,
Thank you. Thank you very much. Finally, Manya, could you please say something?
Yeah. So when we say Krishna manifests, God manifests, what does that mean? So we see that the sun rises in the morning and sun becomes visible. So does that mean sun was created at that moment and then sun was destroyed, and that's the reason we can't see him and it's night? Sun always existed, but then it's visible to us at some point and it's not really visible. But then even at that moment when sun wasn't visible, it did exist. It was just that we couldn't really see it through our naked eyes. Similarly, Krishna always exists, but then it just becomes visible, or it just comes to our notice at some point, and sometimes it's not really visible. That's one thing. Second thing is, you must have heard people saying, when they describe some people who are really good, they say, he's godlike. Or in Kannada, they say, oh, aura devranta manusya. So what does that mean? What does it mean when we say someone is godlike? It means someone has a really good quality or qualities. So someone helps someone a lot, someone keeps helping the others, someone is really kind and humble, and he performs his duty without wanting anything in return. Maybe a police officer, he's working day and night, he's catching thieves and trying to maintain peace in the society. So he has this really good quality, he has these qualities of God. So it's said that God is very similar, or is the same or equivalent to his qualities. So all the qualities of Krishna is equal to Krishna himself. So when we have that quality in us, then we also become God like, or Krishna manifests in us. Very similar to the Krishna journal, where we would pick one quality of Krishna and see how do we get that quality or inculcate that in our life. Like we started off with the quality of helping someone, so that is a quality of Krishna. We took the example, and that's how we kind of take. It's like two glasses. So one glass is filled with water, and the other glass is empty. So how would you make this empty glass like this glass full of water? So you just keep adding water drop by drop, and slowly there's no difference between these two glasses since both of them are filled with water. Similarly, as we are like the empty glass, or a glass filled with a little bit of water. The more we fill divine qualities, the more we inculcate good habits in us, in our lives. That's how Krishna manifests more and more in us, and we ourselves feel God like, or like Krishna. But does that mean that I am Krishna different? Not really. We're really similar, but when it comes to righteousness or dharma, then that's when this example makes more sense. But otherwise, there's no difference between Krishna and us, because Krishna, we are just different forms of Krishna, and all of us are just the light of the self. But when we say you become Krishna with the good qualities, we mean the Krishna that all of us have in mind, the Krishna who helped people during the rainfall with the Govardhana hill, the Krishna who helped Arjuna during Kurukshetra war, the Krishna who was compassionate towards animal. So that kind of Krishna is someone all of us can become by inculcating these good qualities. So the main thing that we understand from the shloka is that whenever there's a raise in adharma, or there's an activity that's unrighteous, then there's a different energy. The energy can be external, like something that's countering the ecological damage, or something that's inside me. There's so many there might be some bad qualities or feelings like greed or hatred. So when there are these kind of unrighteous or adharmic feelings that grow in me, there's also a dharmic energy that grows to balance this out and to cut out the adharmic part, so dharma can thrive. This is what I understood.
Right. Really, really well said, Manya. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditya.
Anything else to add, anybody? Sneha, you have a question?
Well, it's not exactly a question. I just want to say something. So, when Manya told about the glasses thing, it actually reminded me of something. It may not really be related to the shloka, but it's something very beautiful. So, I saw this beautiful video on YouTube. So, like, there was a mother. She was telling her child a life lesson. Okay, so basically, the way she explained it was so nice. So basically, she took us like a small glass, and then she took like a wine glass and filled both of them with water. So she filled the wine glass like with a little more water, and then she told that the small glass is her daughter, and the wine glass is her friend. So she told who has more water. Then her daughter told that her friend has more water, and then she told okay. So then she took another wine glass, and then she put like the water which was then the small glass into the wine glass. The minute she put it in the wine glass, like the water became a little bit more than the other wine glass. Then she told, now who has more, you or your friend? And then she told, I have more. Then she was like, so what did you understand by this? um, and then the daughter told that I understood that we should always be thankful with what we have, because like we should never compare with things which other has. We should always be grateful, because sometimes we always compare with others, but we don't realize that we ourselves have all of that.
Yeah, true. True.
So like it was so beautiful. I just loved that video.
Yeah.
I just
So
want to share it.
you can send the link on the class, I mean on the group, and everyone can see it.
Fine, I'll send the video.
Thank you, Snigdha. All right. Anyone else has anything else to share? Awesome. So we'll end the contemplation here. Thank you, everyone.